you. Thank you. Good afternoon, India. How are we all? Hello?
We've come all the way from London to introduce the IIFA Awards, the 19th IIFA Awards. And I have to say, the IIFA Awards have been a big part of our lives in spreading the word of Hindi cinema throughout the world.
Indeed, as India is becoming a superpower, the IIFA has been instrumental in increasing the awareness and the significance of the Indian film industry globally. We remember when IIFAs first happened in London at the Millennium Dome in the year 2000, and at that time the world took stock. Since then, IIFA has been going from strength to strength, from country to country, spreading the significance and knowledge of Indian cinema, its stars, its achievements, but also the soft power of one of the emerging Indian superpower nations. And we are delighted, honoured and humbled to be part of this very important announcement today.
And for those of you, just in case you don't know who we are, we're Raj and Pablo from the BBC Asian Network, and a lot of the big stars, thank you very much guys, have become our friends not only through IIFA, but through the amazing films that we deliver through Hindi cinema.
But above all, first of all, for Raj and Pablo, we are just fans of Indian cinema, and that is for us what IIFA actually showcases on a global, international platform.
The only thing that IIFA hasn't changed is Raj's dress sense. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad we got a laugh there. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there one day.
I'm going to get a tip from Karan Johar today because he looks smart all the time.
Yeah, well, let's hope Karan talks to you. Before we go further with tonight, and of course we're going to hear from the stars who are all here with us, can we please ask Subhas from IIFA to come on stage and just talk a bit about the IIFA Award.
Good evening, friends. Good evening, friends from the media. Thank you for being here today with us. At the outset, on behalf of my co-partners, Andre Timmins and Virav Sarkari, let me welcome all of you to the first press conference and announcement press conference for the 19th IIFAs. The IIFAs began as a journey to put a flag of Indian cinema in different parts of the world. It began as a one-night event, and over the years it has grown into an entire weekend of different activities embracing music, cinema, dance, culture, business. And across the entire three-day weekend, we have business forums, we have a music festival, and the night of night, the IIFA Awards. And every year, depending on the country that we go to, the IIFAs evolve, the IIFAs programming changes, in tune with the narrative of that country and its relationship with India and India's culture. So also, the 19th IIFAs will have its own story, its own moments of uniqueness and special moments. The story of IIFA is not just about Indian cinema. It's really a story of bringing people together. It's a story of bringing countries closer together, using the common language of cinema, because we've seen as the lights go out in the room, what we see on stage, what we see on the screen, we experience together. We cry, we laugh, we smile, we applaud. And in those moments, suddenly all of us become one. And it's that oneness that the IIFA seeks to celebrate and grow every year. The last IIFAs were in New York, a spectacular night with 38,000 people, and a night that came back to India on Colors Television with all the pomp and splendor, live from New York. Over the years, we've had some phenomenal relationships, one of which is with Nexa. Nexa and IIFA partnered together since the last 4 years, and it's been a journey of love, it's a journey of growth, it's a journey of passion, that we both feel, both for Indian cinema and for taking the Indian flag across the world. Welcome to the 19th IIFAs. And the 19th IIFAs, after 10 years, will return to Thailand, the city of Bangkok. 10 years after the 2008 IIFAs, we returned to Bangkok. And at this point, I'd like to acknowledge the presence and participation of Kun Sapanaset Isra, Director, Tourism Authority of Thailand, Delhi office, and his colleagues out here. The Nexa IIFA Awards, styled by Mintra, remain the highlight of the IIFA weekend. A night of night, we all believe and know it is the biggest night for Indian cinema, where the best gather in the same room, breathe the same air, and applaud each other. Applaud each other like there's no other night before, and there's no other night thereafter. It's a night that we all remember. It's a night we don't forget. At this point, I'd like to acknowledge the presence and participation of Mr. R.S. Kalsi, Senior Executive Director of Maruti Suzuki India Limited, and Mr. Tarun Garg, Executive Vice President Marketing, Maruti Suzuki India Limited. The IIFAs are being held this year in the Siam Niramit. It's Bangkok's most wanted theater. It's exclusive like never before. The theater seats less than 2,000 people. So it's as exclusive as can be. And so anyone in that room would feel extremely privileged to share the same air, breathe the same air, and feel the same feelings. What does the IIFA weekend look like? Dates begin on June 21st. If you went through the lobby prior to getting to this room, you'd have seen some posters of some of the films that have been screened in our cinemas over the years. With Oceans, which is India's best cultural and preservation center, we would be holding an exhibition and thereafter an auction on June 23rd. The idea of showcasing this memorabilia and getting together the auction is to be able to raise funds for the preservation of the archives of Indian cinema. So the IIFAs this year are making an effort to raise funds to be able to help preserve our culture, our heritage from cinema. June 22nd, the IIFA exhibition continues. We'd have the IIFA weekend press conference where global media would meet the stars at IIFA. That evening at the Siam Niramit Theatre, it would be the night of IIFA Rocks, a night where music, fashion, and dance come together. The technical awards would be presented during IIFA Rocks. June 23rd, the exhibition continues. It's the day of the auction, an auction of memorabilia that you've never seen before, some of which we never thought existed. And it's an opportunity to grab a piece of Indian cinema for your living room, for your memoirs. And finally, the night of nights, June 24th, the next IIFA Awards. Once again at the Siam Niramit Center, it'll be spectacular with the largest green carpet where we hold a flag for the environment. I will speak more about this as we go later into the conference. IIFA in 2007 changed its red carpet to green. And from that year, we've been campaigning about the environment, about what we as people need to do with regard to the environment. The scourge that our planet faces is much worse than in 2007, and will be much worse tomorrow. It's really our chance to use the platform and use every voice that we have to be able to speak loud and to be able to speak clearly and tell people what we have a responsibility to do to protect the environment. There's little of it left. We need to leave a lot for the next generations. Having introduced you to the IIFA weekend, who are the performers? The first set of performers are here for you. The host for IIFA Rocks, Ayushmann Khurrana and Kartik Aryan. Kartik is here with us. I think it's his first night at the IIFAs. And then on to the IIFA Awards. Our hosts, the one and only Karan Johar and Ritesh Deshmukh. And our performers for the IIFA Awards. Do I call him Sanju or do I call him Ranbir Kapoor? And then Shahid Kapoor, always there, always leading from the front. The IIFAs began in the year 2000, and at that time we had an IIFA advisory board. Putting together that IIFA advisory board for us was a gentleman who literally shepherded us in those early years, Mr. Yash Johar, the late Mr. Yash Johar. He helped us put together the first advisory board, held our hands in those early years, helping us even with the seating arrangements at the IIFAs. And as he passed away, he helped us on by handing over the baton to his son, Karan Johar. And Karan joined the IIFA advisory board thereafter. He needs no introduction, so without any further ado, I'm going to call to the podium to address you both as Karan Johar, son of Yash Johar, member of the IIFA advisory board, friend of IIFA, and the most powerful personality and force in Indian cinema. Please welcome Karan Johar.
Good evening. It gives us immense pleasure to be here in the capital to bring IIFA to you, our press conference that introduces our 19th year of IIFA in Bangkok. All of us are tremendously grateful with all the media support, so thank you for coming in large numbers to support IIFA, to support the film fraternity, and everything we do on every occasion. IIFA is much more than an award ceremony. It truly is. It's now been entrenched in the DNA of our film fraternity. It goes beyond being just a ceremony of entertainment, but genuinely it is an industry award that awards excellence on every platform. It's by the industry, it's for the industry, and it's with the industry. So it truly is a prestigious platform where talent is bestowed on in every department and every level. And then again, it becomes like an industry and a fraternity holiday. Everyone comes together, and it cements us together not just as a group of people, but as a true bona fide film fraternity. So there's love, there's friendship, there's companionship, and there is the magic and magnitude of IIFA. I don't need to tell you that the history speaks for itself. 19 solid years of entertainment, 19 solid years of tremendous glory, various destinations across the world, and I feel such a large part of it. For me, it's beyond, as I said, just an entertainment platform. It's also an emotional journey. My father, I still remember sitting with Viraf and Sabas and Andre, sitting on lists that, they were doing the seating arrangements of in the Dome in London way back in 1999. He was part of the advisory board of IIFA, and he sat diligently in an old school way, trying to seat movie stars and, of course, leading and illustrious luminaries so that they would get the right placement. And from then on to the year 2004, the year that he passed away in, where he was also awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award. That particular IIFA in Singapore will always remain very, very special to me. It's something that I actually find myself going back on YouTube and watching. It's a speech that I made for my dad, and it's that image of me hugging my father, which was probably the last time I hugged him on a public platform. That particular image still lies beautifully placed in my room. So IIFA is not only in my subconscious mind as such a terrific platform, it's also in my heart, and it will always be. All of them at IIFA, all of them at IIFA truly have become family to all of us in the industry. When we come for Andre, for Sabas and Viraf, we don't just come for IIFA, we come for them. And I have to say that Wizcraft has really gone from strength to strength, from platform to platform. Today, the global resonance, of course, is IIFA, but they do tremendous, tremendous things at events, theater, expanding music, the kind of stuff that legends do. That's what Wizcraft does. So thank you. Thank you, Wizcraft, for really enhancing the bandwidth of entertainment in our industry. This particular year, we have such a terrific lineup. We have the very rare appearance of Ranbir Kapoor. Ranbir Kapoor has performed in IIFA in Bangkok 10 years ago, so it would be his homecoming to Thailand. So welcome back, Ranbir. Welcome home. Contrasting to that, we have a debutant at IIFA with Kartik. Aryan. Kartik, who just gave his humongous 100 crore hit and will be debuting as a host. We all can't wait to see his glory as a host and as an entertainer on that platform. And just like me, there is the wonderfully glamorous and beautiful Dia Mirza. We are true blues supporters of IIFA, and we've been together on so many award platforms. I almost feel we're joined at the hip, Dia. So thank you for continuing this journey with me. And there is the megastar Shahid Kapoor, who's also been a humongous friend of IIFA. He's been a great solid support. Amazing performances, Shahid. Every time you come on that stage, you burn the dance floor. So here's looking forward to another supreme performance. And of course, we can't wait to see Sanju Ranbir that releases on the 29th. That's my plug for you on this platform. And to everyone out there, go watch Sanju on the 29th of June at a theater near you. Anyway, now I think I've spoken enough and I've praised IIFA enough, and that's what we're all here for. Or good times, good memories, good relationships. I think all of you should track IIFA. Make sure you support us, because IIFA is that one platform that empowers us as a film fraternity. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, some magical words, and he is a friend of the IIFAs, a visionary filmmaker. Now,
and of course, we have loads of other guests. Karan, can I just ask you, that is one of your jackets, right? It looks very cool. You may not be going home with it.
that is so dashing.
Possibly.
So dashing. Now, we would like to invite onto the stage our host destination partner, Kun Isra, Director of Tourism Authority of Thailand. Mr. Kun Isra, if you could please come to the stage, and we would be honored to have some words. Please give it up for Mr. Kun Isra.
Very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Sawadee krap. Very exciting. See all the Bollywood stars. So I personally really like the way the actor and the actress, performing in Indian. So the Tourism Authority of Thailand, I just on behalf, and for this time, would like to thank you to IIFA to giving us an opportunity for Thailand to be a host country. And 10 years back, at a video showing, 2008, in Thailand already got a chance to host for IIFA in Bangkok. And this year again, is our extremely, pressures to be again for IIFA, to have this event in Thailand again. So Thailand always, I am sure most of you have been to Thailand, but we now this year we launched a campaign. It's called Amazing Thailand, Open to the New Shade. So this is to which uncover the new perception of attraction that Thailand has to offer. It's like they call it million shade. But it can be a shade of local, a shade of way of life. It can be the art, Thai art, can be a Thai way of life, and the nature and culture. Let's say this is what I want to say. This no matter how many times you've been to Thailand, but this is to go again, because we are also offering the, site a press for Discover in Thailand. So Thailand always to be a popular, almost a destination for Indians. Like the numbers from Indian to Thailand is keep growing for year on years. So again, the one is very popular, say wedding and celebration could be the most, organizing in Thailand from Indian. That's why we are especially the location of the beach destination, the variety of product and services. I mean, proximity to Indian, we have connectivities from the city of Indian, let's say tier 2 or tier 3 city, which is a direct flight to Thailand. That could be enhanced more tourists from Indian. So for film shooting in Thailand, in 2017, quite a big number of the film shooting in Thailand. There are Indian movies, there are music video and commercials. It's around 141. And then this year, 2018, it's already 58 of the has been shot in Thailand in a different location. So as Thailand has been a very good location for film shooting, so that's why I think this year, before the end of this year, it could be more and more film has been shooting in Thailand. And then so Indian movies is also, it's not only attract for Indian, in Thailand. A lot of cinema, Indian cinema, local Indians who live there, and the Thai people, they also enjoy the cinema at the, always shooting at the screen of cinema. I am certain that this event will prove to be beneficial to the publicity of Thailand tourism industry, which enhancing the positive, the image of the country, and draw the Indian tourists by showcasing the variety of products and services of Thailand has to offer. Also, this event is comply our TAT direction to promote Thailand as a preferred destination. So, for Indian nationals, we eagerly look forward for IIFA 2018 and wish them all the best success. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much indeed for your kind words. That was, of course, Kun Isra, the Director of Tourism on the Authority of Thailand. And Thailand gives everybody a warm welcome, especially the Indian film industry. We have shot a lot of movies there. But one thing that IIFA does bring is a global Indian diaspora, which will be visiting Thailand alongside the film fraternity.
And I think we already know that because we've been to Thailand before, and boy, that was, IIFA's always great, but it has to be one of our favorites.
Favorite IIFAs. Thank you, Thailand.
Now, over the years, IIFA has partnered with leading brands who have grown and enjoyed vast amounts of customer engagements and brand conversations in the world of Indian cinema. Today's times are of interesting consumer journeys with digital media, along with
TV. IIFA continues to enjoy the patronage year on year as their brands and businesses complement our success. We are most thankful for their belief and continued encouragement. Nexa and IIFA together just driving the world forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands in welcoming Mr. Kelsey, Senior Executive Director, Sales and Marketing, Maruti Suzuki India Limited, who are celebrating their 4th year of partnership with us here, who will say a few words. Please put your hands together for Mr. Kelsey.
Esteemed members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed a pleasure to be amongst you on the occasion of this press conference of launch of 19th edition of IIFA. Friends, I'm really glad to be amongst the galaxy of stars here. We have the living legend, Mr. Karan Johar, multi-talented person, who has been making us laugh, cry, shaking our emotions through his films. We have the most gorgeous Miss Dia Mirza here. And we have Mr. Ranbir Kapoor, who has been doing, this thing, amazing roles from rocket sing to rock star. And his much awaited Sanju, in fact, I'm personally looking forward to it. And I would share with you a private moment. My, style of turban changed after I saw rocket sing. And we have with us Mr. Kartik, Pyar Ka Panchnama. And friends, we have with us Heather. We have with us the star of Jab We Met. We have with us the Urta Punjab, amazing Gabru. So friends, these are the personalities, who are present here, and I'm really delighted to be, amongst you here. Coming to Nexa, as you know, our country is growing at an exponential pace. So are the aspirations of our young generation. In fact, the country which is dominated by millennials in terms of its demographics, their aspirations are changing. They are emerging as the most sophisticated, classy lot who look forward to exclusive treatment, a different kind of experiences, particularly when it comes to buying a car. And keeping in mind this class of our most discerning customers, we launched Nexa 4 years ago. And incidentally, our launch was met with IIFA at that point of time. And during these 4 years, we have had a wonderful journey. And in fact, through Nexa, we have been able to create more than 5.5 lakh delighted customers in our country. Friends, when it comes to cars, it's all about styling, it's all about technology, it's all about innovation, and it's all about new experiences when it comes to Nexa. Now, so is the case when we talk about Indian films. In fact, I see a lot of resemblance there. They have brought in a lot of innovations. They have brought in a lot of creativity in terms of the content, a lot of technology application, and created a space in the global cinema. And IIFA not only appreciates this talent, sports this talent of our film industry, but also felicitates this talent on the global platform. And we find a great synergy between the overall approach of IIFA and our organization. And moving forward, we look forward to taking this relationship a long way. And certainly, I'm sure we are looking forward to a great time in Bangkok and in the subsequent IIFA functions as well. And we will like to continue with this kind of relationship and keep on creating delight for our discerning customers by encouraging this excellence. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kelsey from Nexa, a global Indian brand which will be powering IIFA at Thailand this year. I'm so excited.
I'm actually excited about who's going to be speaking next, because it's all to do with style and fashion.
Well, we've had Karan Johar, and he's wearing gold shoes today. He's one of the most
We do
stylish
like your
people,
shoes, by the way.
One of the most stylish people in the industry.
Take a leaf out of his book, Crunch.
Never, 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 never. Now, IIFA stands for glamour and the pride of the Indian film community, and celebrates fashion with all our favorite film stars from Indian cinema. What we've done is create new trends in the world of fashion. Styling great looks at IIFA is co-powered by our sponsor, Myntra.
Clearly, we've started new trends. Mantra, let me please invite Ms. Gunjan Soni, CMO of Mantra and head of Jabang.
I want to welcome all of you on behalf of the IIFA family and Myntra. We started our association with IIFA last year, and I remember as we were thinking about it, the thought on our mind was that, clearly Bollywood and fashion are a match made in heaven. And with that thought, we brought this partnership alive. And clearly, it's worked really well for us. For our 40 million users, we actually saw a lot of engagement and a lot of excitement with the partnership last year. And we are really looking forward to this edition as well. And clearly, I saw a lot of excitement about Karan's jacket a while ago. And that's another thing that's on our mind as well, that how do we truly start to bring some of the fashion elements of our stars that you all love and that styling back and democratize it. So with that thought in mind, we actually have a red carpet line with IIFA that we will create for this year, and it will be launched in an exclusive fashion show, which by the way will be live and shoppable. And with that thought in mind, we are actually looking forward to creating this selection with a lot of celebrities. And Karan, clearly, your jacket is already in demand, so you can expect a call from us immediately after to get planning around this whole concept and idea. The other big thing that we're actually looking forward to in this association and this particular edition is to actually continue with the notion of fashion shows which become shoppable. Right? And that's a journey that, because we are a digital-first company, we actually want to make technology come alive and actually let the most beloved stars and their styles be available to you as soon as those looks are live during the fashion show itself. So let me not take too much time. Just want to iterate on two things. It's been a fantastic association for us so far, so thank you, IIFA, and we look forward to this edition in Bangkok being even a greater success. Thank you for everyone.
That is Myntra and Jabong.com, who are partnering with the IIFAs and making us so glamorous. Thank you so much.
Right, we're going to invite Subhas back on stage from Wizcraft to talk about something quite important with Mr. Atul Baghi, the country head UN Environment, and of course somebody who's daily beautiful to us. Not only is she beautiful, but she does some amazing work that we never get to hear about. Dear Mirza, could we please have you on stage?
Thank you very much, Mr. Subhas Joseph as well for us.
You don't know that it's all the way back home.
In the year 2007, we changed the red carpet to green. And with that began our journey and the campaign to highlight planet Earth, the needs for protection of planet Earth, and what everyone needs to do. We've been blessed by the voice of celebrity with each of the stars of Indian cinema supporting the IIFAs and supporting planet Earth. Through this journey, the United Nations Environment team has partnered with us, providing us knowledge, providing us platform, providing us a hand-holding so that we always were doing it right. As we return to Bangkok, there are two exciting things. One, we now have a platform that reaches out to almost 1 billion people across the world. And when you have that many people watching the IIFAs, with that comes a sense of responsibility to use the platform for good. And hence, the IIFAs use the platform of entertainment to campaign about good and pick up causes that mean a lot for the world. This year, India would be the global host of World Environment Day, which is on June 5th. With that, it brings on all of us from India an even larger responsibility to share with us the plans for World Environment Day and everything that they would like to do. Please welcome the country head of the UN Environment, Mr. Atul Baghi, and the UN Environment's Goodwill Ambassador, Dear Mirza.
Good evening, and thanks to IIFA and thanks to Subhas. I think when Subhas was making his very first presentation, he made a very big mistake in that PowerPoint which they showed. It said that IIFA organizes the biggest ever film show on this earth. I think that was a wrong statement. He organizes, and his party organizes, I think, the biggest film show on this universe. And even Martians can't do this kind of a show. So thanks for associating us with this huge event. And as he said, I remember in 2008 when the first Bangkok IIFA was organized. I was posted in Bangkok at that time, and we worked very closely, turning the red carpet into the green carpet. So you all must be thinking, what the hell this United Nations agency is doing here with the Bollywood stars. And as Sabaz said, this year India is hosting the Global World Environment Day, an honor that comes to a country because of the environmental leadership this country wants to show. And we want to come to all the stars to seek their help to outreach this message. Beat plastic pollution is the global theme this year. I'll just give you one small example. The time it would take Hardik Pandya to bowl 1 over in the IPL match, or Ranbir Kapoor to dance a jig in the IIFA award in Bangkok, in those 3-4 minutes, 4 trucks of plastic waste are dumped into the ocean. And the impact it has on the ecosystems is glaring. So I think we need to bring that perspective forward, that while we are doing our various jobs, we also start to look after environment. And I'm happy Sabas has given us this opportunity. I won't take much time, but I will also like Dia, our goodwill ambassador, to speak something about how we can work together for not only this IIFA, but also the future IIFAs. And Dia is our goodwill ambassador, not because she is an actress and a very popular one, but also because of the amazing activism she has shown in the field of environment. I have seen very few people in India. I've come back after 16 years spending my life in Bangkok to have seen someone giving so much to the environment and to the people. And that passion which she has was one of the biggest factors for us to request her to become a goodwill ambassador for India, and we are hoping that this work continues. Dia, I would like to hand over to you to give our UN environment message also.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Bagai. Good evening, friends. It is so wonderful to be here in our capital, Delhi, with my colleagues who are smiling and waiting for their turn to be on stage. So I'm not going to take too much time with this. But I want to say 3 things. One, as IIFA returns to amazing Thailand this year, it's going to be a great opportunity for all of us to use our collective strength and the love that we enjoy from our fan following to do something truly credible and remarkable with the World Environment Day theme, which is Beat Plastic Pollution. The second thing that I want to say is that I really owe personally, and of course on behalf of the UN Environment, a very big thank you to Team Vizcraft, Andres, Sabas and Viraf. It really takes vision and integrity to understand how much of a voice and influence your platform can have on the minds and hearts of people. And if we truly want to bring about behavioral change, and we hope to make the world a happier, healthier, better place, then what better way than to use the collective strength of the film fraternity. And the third thing I want to say is, when we talk of World Environment Day, it's not about one day. When we talk about beating plastic pollution, it's not about one day. It's about understanding that you and me, our lives, our health, the health of our children is connected primarily to our environment. The air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the food that is grown in our soils, all of that impacts our well-being first. So when we say beat plastic pollution, we're actually saying care more for your health and well-being, because when we harm the ecology and the environment, we're actually harming ourselves and our own health and well-being. So for the sake of our children, today, it's not about their future, it's about their today, because their health should matter to us today. And thank you once again, Vizcraft and IIFA. And I'm really looking forward to being back in Bangkok and Thailand. Thank you once again. May I please invite Ranbir, Shahid, Kartik, Aryan and Karan, Johar on stage, please. We'd like to gift you all your Beat Plastic Pollution IIFA Greening Badge.
And I know that is all, but you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away, but I know it feels so low, and I will only wait till you know the night is so much to bear, to bear. And I know that it's all, but you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away, but I know it feels so low, and I will only wait till you know the night is so much to bear, to bear.
While campaigning for the environment has been a theme that we've carried for the last 11 years and more, there's been another theme that the IIFAs have championed: equality, the equal opportunity workplace, equal opportunity between men and women. And truly, this equal opportunity has led us to several initiatives. Prior to the previous elections, we ran a campaign about the power of 49, about the power of the women's vote. And that campaign that we ran along with Tata Tea, Jagore, created such an impact that wherever the campaign ran, the increase of women voting was in excess of 50%. That's the power of what celebrities, IIFA, and strong messaging can do. We've continued with that journey, and as one of the initiatives and symbolic of this equal opportunity workplace, the last award at the IIFAs is the most coveted award. And that last award is presented to the best actor female every year. And it's symbolic of how important we believe women are and their contribution is to society and to everything that we do. We believe that equality begins at home. It's the place where it is demonstrated best. It is the place where everyone learns. Partnering IIFA since the last 2 years is Whoosh washing expert on a theme Barabari Ghar Se Shuru. And this opportunity has been championed through the IIFA campaign and beyond. And we're delighted that Whoosh washing expert continues its partnership with us this year too.
And I know that it's all alone. But you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away. But I know it feels so low. And I know that it's all alone. But you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away. But I know if
May I request at this point Ranbir, Shahid, Diya, Kartik, Karan to join us on stage to sign this symbolic plaque, message board of Barabari Ghar Se Shuru. And may I also invite at this point the Managing Director of Whoosh Washing Expert,
and I know that it's all alone. But you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away. But I know it feels so low. And now in the lonely way into know the night is so much to bear, to bear. But you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away. But I know it feels so low. And now in the lonely way into know the night is so much to bear, to bear. And I know that it's all alone. But you don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away. But I know it feels so low. And now in the lonely way into know the night is so much to bear, to bear.
Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, I'm delighted to be here today. Tonight, as IIFA has announced, its return to Thailand after 10 years. My name is Michael Hogan, and I'm the executive chef of the Bangkok Marriott Marquis Queen's Park. And this hotel is the largest hotel in Bangkok, sits in the heart of Bangkok, and is also the only marquee or Marriott marquee for Marriott in Asia Pacific. I'm thrilled to see so many esteemed guests here tonight. This is a fantastic opportunity for Bangkok and Thailand tourism particularly. The Indian market in Thailand is a huge market for us and the Kingdom of Thailand itself. India holds a special place for me in my heart because I used to live here in Hyderabad for approximately 2 years. And in that time, I learned how to cook and understand Thai food and Indian food, the spices, the markets, getting involved with the people's homes. And of course, Indian food is like no other on earth. It is so diverse. And during my time in India, I spent many days in the local markets discovering new flavors as well. Bangkok Marriott Marquee, we also cater for quite a number of Indian guests. And as an executive chef in my position, it is my job to ensure that we cook authentic food. By hosting this event, the IIFA Awards, I hope that the event brings more Indian guests to Thailand, Bangkok.
Thank you so much indeed. A big round of applause, sir. Please carry on.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very,
Very
much.
much. We've been to the hotel and it is such a magical place. One thing we're going to warn you, with every star under the Bollywood and Indian film industry there, it is going to be fun.
We had a little chit chat with some of the big celebrities that are here. So,
Yeah, we've had the serious bit. We've had the sponsors.
It's time to be a bit naughty now, I think.
Let's get naughty with some of the superstars that will be attending the IIFAs. You've seen them here before. Should we get Mr. Ranbir Kapoor on stage, Mr. Karan Johar, Mr. Shahid Kapoor,
And Kartik, Aryan, and of course the beautiful Dia Mirza. Could you all please come on stage?
Only way to know the night is so much to bear, to bear.
Firstly, guys, can we just say thank you very much to making it to Delhi for the launch of IIFA and it being announced in Bangkok. Obviously, we have met many of you, Kartik, not yourself, of course, at IIFA, and it's been a big experience for us. We've kind of, it's been a part of our history.
Right, Karan, first of all, you've hosted a few of the awards, haven't you? You've been to Bangkok, you've been to the IIFAs. What are you looking forward to?
As always, I think that many other movie stars, we're going to light up the stage in amazing Thailand, in Bangkok, and I can't wait to get back. Bangkok is such fun. I mean, for everyone who's visited will know that it's amazing fun. Great food, great shops, great energy, great hotels, great life.
But Karan, you haven't told the truth yet. Which person, apart from yourself, hosts the best after parties?
Well, it's always Salman Khan, actually. It's always Salman Khan who actually has the best after parties. He is definitely the man that brings everyone together in one room. So every time there's a big IIFA and Salman's there, there's always a big after party at his room.
Well, Karan, talking about parties, we hear that lately you've been doing a lot of dancing at parties, and you don't mind showing us a few moves. So come on, up you get with your silver boots.
I'm really sorry, but that's all you'll get is me sitting on this chair and answering your questions. Don't expect a dance. It's not your wedding.
Trust me, I won't be getting
It's not even
married
his
then.
divorce, I'll tell you that much. Forget his wedding.
Let's just forget the wedding part.
Now, Shahid, you've hosted as well. It's amazing. Will you be bringing your wife and your baby to the IIFAs this year?
Well,
Congratulations on your next baby, by the way.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. First of all, good evening, good evening to everybody here, and thank you for being here in full support of the 19th IIFA Awards. I don't know if my wife and my child will join me because they usually decide just before. So if she feels like it, she will, and if she doesn't, she won't. But I'll definitely be there. Do you need a mic?
Women always have control, don't they?
I don't know. You tell me, man.
He wishes he could, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Now, talking about beautiful women, dear, I mean, since we've known you, there's always been a cause that you've kind of been, you tie yourself with. Just apart from being recognized as a public figure, why is it important for you to kind of bring recognition to other things that affect society?
I honestly just respond to what I feel, and when I can't help but do something about something that's really bothering me, I speak about it. And I really think that I've been gifted this amazing privilege of having some amount of influence on people, and if I can use that privilege to make a positive change, then it's a blessing, right?
Well, it's great that you're using, what we call stardom, or a platform.
Yeah, but I honestly think that everybody is a change maker if they choose to be. And some of the most incredible people who make change are unrecognized and unmentioned, and it doesn't matter to them. They just keep going about doing their work. So I just happen to be in the public sphere and people happen to find out what I'm doing. But the truth is that if I don't use my celebrity to make a positive change, then I don't know what I could really use it for.
Well, it's very humbling, I have to say.
A round of applause for Dia Mirza, please. Thank you.
And now, Mr. Ranbir Kapoor. Firstly, is there going to be a big performance, and can you give us any hints?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Big performance, I don't know. That we usually leave that to Karan Johar Sangeet performances. But I'm extremely excited because the first time I performed was for IIFA in Singapore, and I'm performing again in Bangkok. Bangkok is the place where I also won my first IIFA award for my debut film, Savarya. So looking forward. I still haven't figured out what the track is, what songs I'm doing, but hopefully it'll be good.
So when you said you did your first IIFA, were you kind of, was it vigorous rehearsals? Was it really late at night? And then kind of thinking, I need a drink, I need something to eat,
yeah,
but I've got to be up so early for
it was a lot of fun.
press conference?
It was a lot of fun. There was Shahid also that year, and Mr. Prabhu Deva was choreographing it. And just to be, choreographed by him is quite an honor. He's amazing. I think Shahid and me also had lots of fun on that Singapore trip. So I'm looking forward to, sharing the stage again with you, sir.
Because you won the award for Savarya, where...
Savarya.
And there was a butt in that film as well, wasn't there?
There was a butt?
In that
there was a
film.
towel that came off.
Yes.
Will there be a butt in IIFA as well? I'm not saying anything else.
Where's the if? If you saw the button Savarya, where would you suggest the if lies?
No, will there be a butt coming to IIFA?
No, I'm not interested in the but, yeah. You might be interested in the but. What about the if?
The if?
Did you hear what Dia had to say?
It's not like it leaves his body and walks away. It's always around.
Well, it helps him walk, doesn't it? Yeah. But you know what? We're glad you're going to be there. We're looking forward to it. But yeah, I have to ask you a question. You know, when you're rehearsing and stuff like that, does it ever get to a stage where you're kind of like, come on, Yard, get your move right. I want to get back home.
Or I want to get, do you kind of get like, come on, get your moves right. I want to get back home. I need some rest. Does it ever get to that stage, or is it kind of 100% full on?
Well, I think, I can speak for myself, but a lot of actors, especially me, I'm very nervous when I dance. It's something that, when we dance for film, there's a camera and there are takes, but when you dance for a live audience, there's just that one take. So you have to give your best. There's no cuts. And I've seen Shahid performing over the years, and he's impeccable on stage. When you see him.
Yeah, I know. Every time we watch him perform, we're like, how are we ever going to get there?
He is brilliant, absolutely magical, steals the show. Now, Kartik, it's
I haven't finished my answer.
Don't worry, sweat. There's going to be a competition.
So no, when I'm rehearsing, I want to rehearse more because I want to better myself. And, this rehearsal time is also a fun time because, you're also discovering the steps. You're trying to make it your own.
No, but do you go back to your hotel room, just say, Bara bara shisha laga hai, do you put the music on and go 5, 6, 7, 8?
It's not only the hotel room. It's, while you're having a shower, while you're sitting on the pot, while you're eating dinner, you're constantly just memorizing the moves.
You can see that.
What?
He's saying how dynamic you are with your body postures and what you will show. There you go, Ranbir Kapoor.
Andre has a
and finally,
stage endorsement to do.
And Kartik, it is your first IIFA. Who are you looking forward to seeing perform?
Perform? Yeah, I got the mic. Of course, Shahid Kapoor and Ranbir Kapoor, they're fantastic performers. And over the years, be they award shows or... in fact, if Karan Johar sir would be performing over there, there's no Sangeet over there.
He performs all the time, don't you?
Huh?
I'll be hosting, not performing.
He'll be hosting, so I'm looking forward to his hosting session as well. So I'm excited.
Kartik, how are you finding all the fame, attention, Dil Chori Sada Ho Gaya and all that kind of stuff? Because it's a big hit in London. I've tried doing these moves and whatever. My hair doesn't flop like yours because it's over-gelled. But how are you finding the attention?
I'm loving it. बहुत मुश्किल से दिल चोरी साड़ा हुआ है. So, और ये होते रहना चाहता हूँ.
Yeah.
So I'm loving it.
I've just had a thought. Maybe, Karan, you're very witty and you always answer so well, right? If there was a statement saying, could you finish this? I'm just thinking at the top of my head. IIFA ki, Shahid Kapoor ki, Kartik ki, Ranbir ki, Dia ki, Bangkok mein. You give it.
Just
IIFA की शाहिद की
कार्तिक
की दिया की रणवीर की IIFA में
बैंकॉक में
बैंकॉक में
अमेजिंग थाईलैंड में
बैंकॉक में मसाज
नहीं आगे
किसी की तो शादी होगी ना
शादी किसी की नहीं
आपकी सबकी शादी आईफे के साथ होगी
अच्छा सॉरी मैं एक्चुअली मेरे पास कोई हाजिर जवाब नहीं था उस देने लायक बस हमारी बस की
मतलब किसकी करण की शाहिद की कार्तिक की रणबीर की दिया की क्या आईफा में बैंकॉक में राज और पैब्लो होने वाली है
अच्छा वही बात रहने दो प्लीज बट वी हैव टू आस्क यू 5 बारी कह के देखो स्वीटी की चलो
10 बार बोल देता हूँ
चलो
सोनू के टीटू की स्वीटी 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 सोनू के टीटू
On that note, guys, can we just say we're looking forward to seeing you at the IIFA Awards. Thank you very, very much. And we have some music that we're going to play from one of your films, Ranbir.
don't know that it's all the way back home. Too much to know inside to walk away, but I know it feels alone. And now in the lonely way to know that life is so much to bear, to bear.
Or anything else. We're very, very excited about the 19th IIFAs. We're delighted to be back in Bangkok, Thailand. And follow the journey, follow it on IIFA.com. We're very confident that in the next few days, you will have exciting news about the nominations. You will have news of the winners, more performers as we lead up to the IIFAs. Every week you'll have more news, different news, every time upping the ante as we reach the end of June for the IIFA weekend in Bangkok. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you, sirs.
Sabas, can we just have you here in the center as well, please, to do a final picture with all of us. Guys, can we get a picture, please?
Now,
This is our last photo call for this evening.
1, 2, 1, 2. Now, we call them the Three Musketeers. They were the gentlemen responsible concept of IIFAs and Witchcraft, Mr. Baraf, Mr. Sabas Joseph, and Mr. Mr. Sabas Joseph and Mr. Andre. I got the wrong one. Three Musketeers.